friends, welcome to Oracle Apex tutorials. In the last tutorials we have seen that how to create meeting rooms. In this tutorial I will be explaining about creating the facilities for the room. For example, some rooms we need to add facilities for the room. For example, room A may contain projector, room A contain speakers. So those kind of facilities we can add. I have already created that facilities in the completed app. So this is how it will look like. So we will be having serial number of facilities. So these are the common facilities we will store, and we will link these facilities against the rooms. So this is how we need to think and design our database. Okay. So for this facilities, so we actually need three columns, minimum three columns. Okay, so we can have one column for sequence and maintaining name and some kind of description. These are the common columns required. Okay, so quickly we will create the table. I am using the object browser for creating the table. So this is our object browser that can be accessible from this SQL workshop also. If you click here, it can be accessible. Okay, so here you can see all your database objects like tables, triggers, sequence, whatever it is. Okay, then you can able to create table from here or directly. Okay, or you can also, if you are perfect in SQL, you can run a table creation query in SQL commands. Okay, I will name the table as facilities. Okay, I need a ID primary key for these facilities, so I will select it as number. Okay, I will mark it as primary key. Then I need some kind of sequence, so I need a serial number which is of type number. I don't want to I will make it as mandatory. So I want to store the name, facility name, varchar type, which is of alphanumeric. Maybe I think 500 is enough. This also mandatory. Okay, then for description I will use varchar type 2000. So this is optional, so I will not select it as mandatory. So these are the common basic columns we need to for storing the facilities. Okay, then it will be great practice for to have who columns. Who column means so every column should have four columns. Every table should have four columns created by created on or. Okay, then updated by and updated on. So this is the best practice. So we need to have these four columns in any tables. Okay, so for tracking who updated the record, who and when it is updated, and who created the record and when it is created. So this is required for some kind of audit. Okay, so for created by we can use either we can use number or we can use varchar type. For the time being we can use varchar type. I will define it as maybe 200. Then this we can also use date. Okay, we can use timestamp. We can also use other different timestamp data types. So basically I use timestamp with local time zone. Why? Because when I use this timestamp with local time zone, if our application is using in multi time zones, for example different countries, so this is the best correct data type we can use, so that when any transaction happen, the time it will be stored in local time zone, and the system application will automatically convert to the time zones where the actual users are there. Okay, then um, so if you just try to create the table now, okay, it is giving some kind of error. Why? Because so it is mandatory to provide length for the column for which we either character or varchar type. For numbers it's not mandatory. Okay, if we don't give the length it will accept. For date and timestamp also it will accept. For varchar type we need to provide the length of the character. So for this also I will give 200. So I think everyone know about this one. What is length? The length means in this column I can store maximum 200 characters. For example, if you can if you are trying to store some name like beam, BHEEM. Okay, how many? BHEEM, 5 characters. So like this you can store up to maximum 200. Okay, okay, I want to store created by and created on automatically, so they should not be null. Okay, I selected them as mandatory. So now I will and also you can see here I created selected primary key as ID. Okay, just create the table. Yes, now our table is created. You can see your columns from here. Okay, also you can notice here when you create the table from the UI, Apex UI, it will automatically add a default sequence for the primary key you selected, so that this default value it will act as auto incrementer. So whenever there is insert happen on this table, the ID, primary key ID, it will increment automatically. Okay, now I want to capture created by and created on automatically through the system. Okay, so for that okay, I will come to that point later. Okay, now our room facilities table is created. Now what is required? So we want a screen where facilities can be added through using the application. Okay, so I will navigate to the application builder. So this is my application. We can use create page because I want a form and sorry, I want a report and form, where using the report I can see the room facilities, and using the form I can add facilities to the table. Okay, so select on create page, then choose the report type, interactive report. Okay, you can also choose different report type, either classic report or interactive grid or anything. Okay, so I will name it as facilities. so which is of a normal page, and here you can see include form page. If you select this, it will automatically add form page also, otherwise you need to create a form separately. So here I will name it as for the form add or update facility. Okay, this one I want it as normal modeled dlog page. Okay, like this pop up. Okay, now it's time to select our source. The source means in this case it's our table. Yeah, the table is now selected. Okay, now the source is selected. Now it's time to define the navigation. So what is this? So this one is to bring the menu here. So this is the navigation menu, right? So if you don't define here, it will not show. Okay, this breadcrumb, this you already know, I explained in the previous classes. So this is the breadcrumb, whatever you are seeing now here, the big letters, and there is some space is there here, some div or region. So this is breadcrumb. Okay, I want a breadcrumb for the report, and I want a navigation menu. So yes, I enable the navigation menu. Then I want to link this room facilities under setup. So I will select the parent navigation menu as setting. Okay, icon, you can, if you want, you can change the icon. Nothing is there. Okay, so select any appropriate icon. Okay, yeah, so it will automatically populate the primary key, accept the default, then just click create page. Yes, now you can see here report and form page is created. So this is the report page, and the next one is the form page. Okay, so just refresh the end user application. See, you can notice the new menu, facilities menu came. Yeah, so this is the breadcrumb, it is added automatically. Why? Because we selected during the page creation, we enabled that button. Okay, so now from here I can add the facilities. Okay, now for example, as I told earlier, during creation I want system to be created by and created, it should be filled by system automatically. So how we can do that? So just edit the page. So first, as these fields are read only fields, make them read only, display only. So I want to make created by, created on, updated by, updated on as a read only field. Currently they are text field and date fields. So just hold the click on the first one, then hold the shift key and directly click on the last one, so that all four will selected automatically. You can also do by holding the control key, but in this case you need to select one by one. Okay, hold the control, then you need to select one by one, which is time consuming. Okay, that's why just click on the first one, then hold the shift key, then click on the last one, so that everything will be selected. Now from here you can select the display only, so that those fields will be read only. Yeah, save and run it. Okay, when you see, when you run this page, it is giving some kind of pop-up. It is saying that changes is saved and dialog pages cannot be run directly from the page designer. This means um, in the Apex we have two type of pages. One is like normal page and another one is model dialog. Okay, so this form you can see it is of type page mode dialog. Okay, so only normal pages can be run through this button. Other pages uh, we need to trigger them from a particular link, or unclick up button, or unclick up any other links. Okay, so here we cannot directly run this page. So what I will do, I will navigate to the seventh page, which is the report and normal page, you can see here, then click run, so that you will be able to run your application from the designer. Now click on the facilities, click to create. Yeah, now you can notice these fields are read only. Okay, so now these are read only, but I want to take the values when user click on the create. Okay, it should take my login name, this name, and the date, today's date. Okay, so for that what I can do, there is something called default. Okay, okay, so we need to set default value as logged in user for this field. Okay, so we can either select item, or we can also write SQL query to fetch this user, logged in user. Okay, so first I will explain with this item. What is this item? So from here we can select different page items. Okay, so from these items we are not able to get the logged in user. Okay, so what we can use, either we can use expression, and here you can write a PLSQL expression. So simply use colon app underscore user. Okay, so what is this app underscore user? This is a bind variable. Okay, this is a bind variable, it holds the logged in user information. So no need to worry about this much, because this is the framework bind variable. So if you want more details about this, you can simply type colon app user, and you will get more information about that field. So some of the example of bind variables are like this: app user, or if you want to access the application ID dynamically, you can use colon app underscore ID. That also one type of bind variable. Okay, now I will save it. And then rerun the page. Okay, now you can see the logged in user automatically fetched. Now it's time to get the date. Okay, so one more thing, while I am creating the record, I don't want to show this updated by and updated on fields. Once the record is created, then I can show that. Okay, so for the time being I need to hide these things based on the conditional. Okay, so I want to hide updated by and updated on during the creation time. So I will select the both. Then we have something called server side condition. So what is this server side condition? Using this we can define the condition to show, hide, or permanently hide, so that kind of things. So here you have set up predefined conditions. Also, if you want to write some kind of custom logic, you can use the expression, or you can use the function where it will return true or false. So for the time being I will use item is not null condition. Okay, so why? Because see, we have a primary key item as id. This is the primary key item. So during the creation time, the id, it will be empty, so it will not have any value. So it will be null, that id will be null, so that these two fields will hide. Once the record is created, then the id will be there. When you navigate from the link to make the some kind of edit or something, so that they will appear. Anyway, I will explain that with practical. No need to worry now. Okay, now it's we need to select the item. We defined item is not null, then we need to define which item. So here it is id, p8 underscore id. That means this, the primary key item. Okay, for this also same. Okay, save and run it. See, now those two updated by and updated are hidden. Now I want to show a date and time for created on here. Just select the quick edit, select the field, so that it will navigate to the your app builder, page designer, and particularly that item. Then just type default, because we need to set default value for that field. Okay, then select the expression, or you can select the SQL query. Okay, expression. Then you know that in SQL, if you want to get a date, you will use sysdate. So same thing you can specify here. Okay, yeah, it's done. Just refresh the page. Yeah, it is getting populated. Okay, so now if I don't want to show a date in this format, and if I want a date in different format, like DD, MON, YYYY format, then we need to use the format mask. So for each page items you can see here format mask. Also you can search type format, then you can see here format mask. There is different masks are available. You can select any one which you want. Yeah, even though if we specify the format mask, it is not applying. Why? Because we selected it as display only field. Okay, so it should not be like this. Maybe Oracle need to correct this one. Okay, so we have another option, so we can define that. Just go to your shade component, then click globalization, then you can define your date and application date and time formats. So if you define here, then you no need to specify for each fields the format masks, so automatically it will take the global setting. So here now I am setting format mask for the date and for the number fields, whatever it is, at global level. So I want my dates to be in this format and date and time in this format, timestamp format also I want it in. Okay, so for the time zone maybe I will use this. Okay, yeah, this is enough. So now try to refresh. Yeah, now it is converted. So even though if you remove the format mask from the particular field, it will be automatically converted. Why? Because you define the format mask at the global level. Okay, I will remove this. Yeah, okay, now I will add some kind of data. It is added. I want to add another. Okay, so these are the three facilities we added. These are the common facilities. Okay, now if you want to edit the record, you can click the pencil icon. See now you can see when you click the edit button, it is navigating to the page 8, which is same page we used for creating the items. See, this is page 8, same thing. And you can notice here when you click the create button, you are able to see only 2 buttons. When you click the edit button, it is displaying 3 button. The create button is getting hide. Why? Because as I told, for this updated by and updated unknown, so same conditions they defined for these buttons also. When you create the form, it will automatically add the server side conditions for the buttons. You can see here, just search server side. Yeah, same thing they have used. So if I want to make this delete button to visible like red, you can select the quick edit and click on that button. Then it will show the live template options. From here you can select danger, so that it will turn into red. And if you let me see, once you select it as danger, it will turn red. Okay, keep it default, so it will be red like this. Okay, so from here also you can change to different options. If you select simple, it will be like this. When you hover, it will completely turn into red. Then it will, if you select remove UI decoration, then it will just remove the border and everything. Then for display link, it will be just like text and with a hyperlink. Okay, I will select the simple. It is saved. Yeah, it is saved. Okay, so okay, now when the user updates this record, I want to store updated information and who updated, when updated. So now if I just try to update something, it will not capture updated by and updated all. Try to update. Yeah, it is getting updated, but we the columns for these two are empty. Suppose if I want to track those records, I need to make some kind of alteration. Okay, so here, so we cannot add conditions like created by and created on. So for updated by, uh, we cannot add like this, because if we add default value, it will automatically show when the page is loaded, even though the data is not yet updated. So it will show the wrong information. So we need to capture the values automatically when user hit the apply changes button. So for that purpose, we have something called after submit and processes. So what is this after submit? So here we can define some kind of processes. So process means we can write a logic where it will set value for those fields automatically. So I want to set value for updated by field. So just type up, so it will populate. Select that. Updated by, it will be app user. Okay, so I will use app user from the bind variable. Hope you all know that in PLSQL we use colon and colon equal to as a assignment operator. In Java and all, it will be equal for assignment. So here we use colon and equal to, so that app user it will be assigned to this field. Okay, like that we need to capture updated date also. Yeah, and rename this. Okay, now we will test those things. I make some changes, then I will click the apply changes button. Yes, now it is capturing. So now we need to test one more scenario. During update it is working fine. We need to check also whether during add time also it is working correct or no. Let me add one more facility. Yes, it is working fine. Okay, so in some cases, for example, in this case it is working fine. Why? Because so you already hide the updated by and updated on fields. So even though if you not specify any conditions for these, so it will not capture because these fields are hidden, so they will not set values during this time. So yeah, this is working perfectly fine. Thank you. Thanks for watching this video. So if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share my YouTube channel to others so that everyone can learn. Thank you.